Hey there, welcome back. Now we have chosen different brokers here and we want to compare them with each other. So let's go through the list and the criteria and find out what is really important based on my knowledge and my experience. So we have here a small overview about the security from those, and as I said in another video, it's not so important because the security doesn't mean that it's more guaranteed access if you go in your account and that nobody can lock himself in. It's just about generally aspect of security. The accounts also depend on what you want to trade, and so some broker can be maybe very cheap in shares, but then again he's very expensive in forex. So it depends what we will trade. So I wouldn't base my choose on what is written here, but what is later a bit lower. So here you can see how old is the company. If you have an old company, normally they are very much they have good experience, they have learned from mistakes, they have corrected them, and so this is something that is not a really criteria that is counting for me, but it's a plus if you have to choose between two of them. Now, is it publicly traded? Can be that the IG and Charles Schwab are themselves listed companies, but it's not really so important. Is it a bank? Well, if it is, they can keep your money there. If it isn't, it's just remaining there in the depot, but it's not really so important also. And well, what's important here is where you're coming from. So if you're a citizen of Europe, Charles Schwab isn't properly for you. If you are a citizen of the US, then you can't use AvaTrade, which directly you could choose and say, I don't need him, neither him nor Pepperstone. So this is one really important aspect. Okay, here's the languages. I don't think there's any company that doesn't speak English. And so we continue. A leverage is depending also what you want to bet on. But if you're a profi, you can leverage just with a certain amount. Also, you don't need 400 or whatever. So I don't think that really important. This one here. You have here like Australian leverage. There's no leverage, but I wouldn't count on this. So we continue. These are the regulations, and as you can see here, you see from which country are they. Japanese. So you see, for example, Charles Schwab may offer, I don't know, some shares, but they have the FSA regulation. And look, most of them don't have many of them. Look how many regulations, depending on which country it is. New Zealand, Russian, South Africa, and here you have like European regulators, Australian again, Canada. So you look, many brokers don't have none of them, none of many of Seychelles and Bahamas. So I wouldn't give much importance on this one. We continue. Brand power. So ranking on the website, of course, if you're very famous like Charles Schwab, you have a high website ranking. Like if you choose for a broker, and then you have like 1,000, you're one of the best. But still, this doesn't give any detailed information about if Charles Schwab is the best broker. Depending from what you want to bet on. And so it's just a plus that if you want to choose between two, you could choose the one who has a high ranking, but there are more important criteria to base your decision on. So we continue here, deposit. So if you want to trade, normally you need a deposit of at least 100, some take 1,000, but you come here to trade and not to make a profit of $10. So we make a break here